Yo, pick up guys, welcome to the Football Overseas YouTube channel and we are live for 26, 27 release. The Premier League fixtures were released just a weekend ago and we're here to discuss about the first five fixtures, the last the last five fixtures and what we need to get done before the season starts. And we have our man Ray in the building. How you doing, Ray? You're doing
Big
okay?
up, big up, Kyle. Big up, everybody. First time I'm on the football overseas channel,
Yeah,
and I love it what the Kyle has done with it. It's a beautiful channel, many different guests, and I'm thank you that you've I can join you on your podcast today.
yeah. Welcome, bro. And obviously, United has been gifted by the Premier League an easier round of fixtures because we all know how we suffered last season with our first five fixtures, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and this season we were gifted, I will say, an easier one than last season because they're not more of middle table clubs, they're more of easier table clubs to play against. Yeah.
Yes, and I'm
So
quite happy. Because last season was a very nasty. I think we've got all the top four teams in the first 2 months. So the first five fixtures, I've looked at them and I'm quite pleased that it's a little bit easier this time around. We've got two promoted sides, and then we've got some mid-table teams. I think we've got City as well, and
yeah,
then we should be able to have a decent start.
we should be able to have a decent start because we have obviously had a good record playing against newly promoted side, and we always get almost close to a win. Sometimes, most of the times, it's a win, and if we play bad, it's a draw. So it's convincing that we are playing against two newly promoted clubs in the first five, and it is a gift from the Premier League to wake us back to the Champions League, and it's a beautiful gift.
Yeah, it is. I'm not going to lie because I was worried about it. I thought, oh, don't tell me that we have a new manager and we have a new players, we have a new team that we've got to have to go to Liverpool and Arsenal or Chelsea in the first five matches, but we don't have to do that. I think City has to come to us. We always seem to show up at home, and I think it's a good start that I'm hoping that the team can take to that because we need a good start. Because if we have a good start, you know that we already in the battle. You know what I mean? If say if we get like let's say the first five games, well, we get about what 12 to 13 points. So you're already kind of like running front running.
You do have some points there, and I love how we only have little like matches against these top five clubs, and
Mm,
we're playing them later on in the season where these clubs could be fatigued and tired, and hopefully we can take advantage of that as well.
mhm.
Yeah. AK, how you doing, man? Is- What are your thoughts on these top five fixtures?
Do you
The
know what,
first five
bro?
fixtures.
First of all, big up Ray, big up Kyle. Hope you guys are doing good,
We
man.
go.
I hope you
Yep, we're
guys are
doing
all
well.
we're all blessed. We're all enjoying the World Cup and the off season. You know what I'm saying? I can't lie to you guys. I think the fixtures couldn't have been better for us. And I'll be honest with you guys. I know you might call me crazy, but I think these fixtures are actually good. I actually like the way the big games are so spaced out. You know, we're not playing a big 16 back to back like we did
Mm,
last season against City, Arsenal. We're not doing that. We're actually playing a lot of the big six clubs separate from each other. So when we start the season, our first big game is actually against Man City or Aston Villa. I mean, you could include Aston Villa as a big club, but I think you should include Aston Villa as a big club because I'm not including Tottenham as a big game anymore. I'm not. I'm personally not including Tottenham. I don't care. Right? It's not Tottenham. It's Aston Villa. Aston Villa are bigger than Tottenham. It's a fact. All right. And I think Villa will be the first big game of the season. I think, and then we play City. So the first big game at home, the first big game at home, is really against Man City, and that's in like September, the end of September. But that's because we play them after or before after the international break, I think. But that's good. So at least we have time to win a few or try and hopefully win a few games before we play City. Build a bit of form.
Mm.
You know, don't just play a big six team early on in the season and get smoked like how we did last season against City because we weren't prepared.
Mm.
Give us more time to prepare because then we beat Chelsea and then we beat a lot of the teams at home, right? But now this season, like I said, it couldn't have come up better for us. Obviously, pending fixture changes because we will have to play FA Cup, we will have to play Carabao Cup, we have to play all sorts of Champions League games and whatnot, right? There's going to be fixture changes. There's going to be fixture, obviously schedule changes and whatnot, timing changes. But at the moment, what I'm seeing, guys, I like the list. I really do. I think the fixture list couldn't have come out better for us. Yes, some of the months are tough, but really and truly, like, I would be honest. If we're competing for something at the end of May, have you guys seen our fixture list in May,
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I saw it. The last
bro?
five.
If in another world, of course, I don't think it's going to happen this year, but if in another world we're challenging for the Premier League title, this is the most ideal way to end the season. Think about it. This is the most ideal fixture list to end the season in May in a title race.
Yes. Yes. If we're
So
in the
if
title
we
race,
are,
yes.
yeah, if we are in a title race, if we ever in another world, in another land, we are in a title race, that's the most perfect way to end the season. Not many,
Yeah,
no big six teams in May at all. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, there will
yeah,
still be some tough games, but I'm not stressed about that at all. I think the fixture list for me, I'm calm. I'm really calm, bro. I'm happy with it.
Yes,
yeah,
because normally we tend to finish the season strong. So
Exactly.
I think if the last five fixtures, yeah, if we could finish those strong, if you're going for the Premier League or we're going for Champions League places, we can get that.
yeah, and yeah. For me, to be honest, I'm always scared about the last five fixtures, how we end our season because the Premier League has always gifted us, like, or cast us with a bad ending of the season. We always played against this bigger or this teams like Aston Villa, Newcastle, those likes. But I'm happy that we have an easier start and an easier run, and the only enemy to us this season is ourselves.
Yes, yes,
100%, 100%.
100%.
And
That's correct. Yeah.
you mentioned Newcastle, right? I don't think we should be worried about Newcastle right now because they're not moving like a big club. They're not moving like a club that's serious or they want to, they have the richest owners in the world. They're not moving like that right now. They're selling their best players. Tonali is going to be leaving. You know what I'm saying? They sold Isak last season. They sold Anthony Gordon already. A lot of players want out of Newcastle. There's no ambition to win over there at Newcastle. It's just them owners being so rich and them secure and they're secured financially. So they're never they're not gonna get relegated or whatever. It's just Newcastle just on the downward spiral because they're just not acting like a big club. They're not moving like a big club. They're not signing players that they should make them a big club. Excuse me. They're not signing players that should make them a big club. They're signing players that takes them step by step by step. But last season they've gotten so much worse. I don't know what happened to Newcastle. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I really don't know what happened to Newcastle. They completely fell off a huge cliff. And the last time we played Newcastle, they beat us 2-1. They've not looked the same team ever since that day. They've not
Yeah,
looked the same at all, and bro, they've fallen off. So I'll be real. Okay, maybe Newcastle could mount a European charge this season, right? But I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm not worried about Newcastle right now. Later down the line, maybe we can be worried about them. But as of right now, I ain't worried about Newcastle. It's
Ah,
only if it's only if they're on good form because, like I said, Eddie Howe. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. They need to sack Eddie Howe. For us, what I'm saying, we need to make the right signings. And I think what with Newcastle, Sunderland are in a better position than them right now, and that's crazy to even say because Sunderland were in the Championship and League One for about 10 years. They were lingering around League One and Championship for about 10 years, right? And they completely just came up to the Premier League and just started being better than Newcastle all of a sudden. It was
yeah,
just crazy, which is even crazy to think about because I would have never thought Newcastle, with the richest owners in world football, Sunderland, who are a club that comes up to the Premier League, spends their money very. I'm gonna be honest, they spent their money very well, Sunderland, and they signed the right players that got them to stay up in the Premier League. You know what
yeah.
I'm
It's
saying?
similar to how Nottingham did. Remember?
Yeah, same with Nottingham Forest. Yes, but Nottingham Forest, they were actually not in a good position that season as well. Don't forget. It's just the coaches that I think they should have kept Nuno because Nuno could have got them because Nuno could have won them a trophy.
No, I don't think the issue is the coaches. I feel like the issue is that, when you're put in a real life situation where you have money, but
Yeah,
you're not in the capacity to spend it. Because let's be honest, last summer, Newcastle were going for how many United players that we signed or hijacked the deals?
they
They were
tried to
going for
hijack Sesko
Sesko.
from us. They tried to hijack Sesko from us.
No,
They tried to
actually,
hijack.
actually, actually, for us, Sesko to Newcastle was long before
Yeah,
was
we
for
hijacked
us.
that move,
Yeah,
not the other
we
way
literally
around.
hijacked that move. And you know what?
Yeah,
Sesko was the right move. It was the right move. And Sesko was a quality signing. I
Yeah,
think
we hijacked
Sesko.
that move.
Yeah,
yeah,
I was really happy with Sesko, man. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think Sesko will develop into a really good player. It's just about
Well,
hopefully he scores a lot more
we
goals this season. You know what I'm saying? Because he went through a period of blanking after he scored a few goals, and then after that he just didn't score for a while. Came back, right, and then started scoring goal after goal after goal for Carrick. And I'm just like, yo, this version of Sesko, man. If this is next season with more games, I think Sesko is gonna be crazy good. Like
yeah,
this is if Sesko can find the back of the net and he has more games this season than last season, I think Sesko can definitely bag more than 20 goals. He has the
yeah,
capability of doing it. It's just how many games he plays and how many games he rotates. You see, that's the thing. We have to rotate heavily next season if you want to compete, and if
yeah,
you want Sesko to stay fit, and if you want all these good players to come in and be healthy, we have to rotate very carefully next season. With Sesko, I'm liking what I'm seeing from him so far. Yes, you don't have many games. Yes, he scored about 13 goals, 14 goals or something. I don't care. I'm happy. That's decent from Sesko, right? Now, next season, score more. Hit the target
yeah,
more.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're playing devil's advocate, you cannot say that Newcastle's fault is they're not being ambitious. They are being ambitious, but
No, they're not
it
being
takes
ambitious at the moment, to be
no.
fair.
You see, it takes time for a small
I
club
think
to adjust. Okay, let's be
Yeah, but
honest.
Kyle,
Yeah, you have to look at
they've got the money though. That's the thing, and we talk
yeah, but
about New. Yeah, no,
the thing I
go
think
ahead,
on
go ahead.
Newcastle is I think they're coming towards that team is coming towards that end. They have to they have to rebuild now, and I think Eddie Howe might be the first manager live for sack because they're losing a lot of their players,
Yeah,
and even if they have the money, they don't have the revenue, they don't have the commercial thing, and that's
no,
how
you're right. You're right.
they're
They're
getting a
not
bit.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, they don't have
and they
that
don't have
revenue.
the history. They also don't
No,
that's
have
the
the
thing.
history as
So
well.
this club
they don't
hasn't
have the
won.
history, but they've
This
got some
club,
great. Sorry,
yeah.
sorry, go. No, go
Sorry.
on, Ray. Go on, go on. Go, no,
Okay,
go
yeah.
on, bro.
So this
Sorry.
club, sorry, mate. Yeah, so this club hasn't actually been winning loads and loads. I mean, they've ended what
No,
70-year time,
70-year
70-year
period without
cup
a trophy.
without a trophy, and it was a Carling
Yeah,
Cup. I think was it Carling Cup. I think it was. Yeah, it was a
it was
Carling
the
Cup.
car. It was the
Carboto Cup. Sorry.
Carabao Cup. Yeah,
Yeah,
Carabao Cup.
yeah,
They won, and then the
and
last trophy they won was what, the League Cup itself or something. I don't even remember what they
yeah,
won the
League Cup
last time.
itself, but that's way back in the 19 whatever. So
60s, seven,
yeah, there
eight,
you go. So
50s. You
you
know what I'm
see, this
saying?
is the thing into it, and the way that the rules are
Yeah.
is because you need the revenue. This is why. cities under that kind of problems, because to be like up there and start spending money like one of the big boys, you need to start winning and having that revenue. And I think with what happened with Newcastle, a lot of players now is thinking, okay, the journey might be
But
ending.
it's
So I'm not worried
yeah,
about. I'm like Akavin. I'm not worried about Newcastle at the moment because
I'm
I'm
not worried
thinking,
about
well,
Newcastle, but
yeah,
what Newcastle needs to do as a club for me, I know this is about United, and I do apologize for talking about Newcastle a lot more. Look at what Man City's owners did to Manchester. They developed the area. Newcastle's
mm,
owners have to help develop Newcastle for people to be intrigued of going, for people to be like, they want to go to Newcastle, to persuade them to go to a city where it's a good lifestyle. Because at the moment people think, oh shit, Newcastle's so far up north, it's so far
and
away
cool.
from London. That's why I'm saying that's why Tonali wouldn't mind going to Spurs. It's because it's in London. It's not
In
because of the
London and
club.
it's not cold.
It's because of the location. He probably wants to live in London, right? He probably wants to go
Yeah,
live in London. So if a London club's in for him, he'll be like, all right, I'll go to London. It's not about Tottenham. Tottenham are moving like a club that should. They're moving like a serious club right now. I mean, in terms of the window, right? But let's
mm,
be honest. If you're a club from London and you're trying to sign Sandro Tonali, if we're Chelsea or Arsenal or Spurs are going to go in for him, he'll say yes because he wants to go to a city where it's good lifestyle.
yeah,
London's where a lot of players want to go to, right?
yeah.
Second
Because
being
London is
Manchester
where
or
it's happening,
Liverpool.
isn't it?
Yeah, exactly, of course, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like Newcastle's owners have to help develop the area. They have to help develop Newcastle. That's why people are like, "Oh, I want to go to Man City because the area and infrastructure is so good. It's a good lifestyle over there in Man City, right?" But if we're
In Manchester.
talking,
Okay.
yeah, exactly, they're developing the area of Manchester. They have to develop the city around Newcastle. It's not just about the club. It's about the local area. You have
Yeah,
to help develop. And Newcastle's owners had the money to do everything in their power and help develop Newcastle. Because let's be honest, guys, a lot of Arabs have taken over the UK and own a lot of businesses, and they've made it so much better. They've made it so much wealthier, right? With
yeah.
Newcastle's owners, they can come in and just take over a lot and improve the stadium, improve the training centers, improve the club, add some more money into the club. Then players will be like, all right, Newcastle seems to be more enticing now because they're improving in excuse me, they're improving structurally and they're improving the overall, you know, they're improving the overall of the club, right? They're
Mm.
improving the total club, they're rebuilding from top to bottom financially, adding revenue. You know what I'm saying? Adding the what's it called? Better players, better training center, stadium, improving everything around it. So, like I said, it's not just about the club; it's about the area. And if players want to go to Newcastle, it's because of the area. Newcastle, and don't get me wrong, Newcastle signed good players. They signed like Tonali, they signed like Walter Mata, they signed them good players in the past. Bruno Guimaraes. But to be the elites of Europe, you have to have that structure, and they don't. Newcastle cannot compete with a club like Man City, Man United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, or even Aston
No,
Villa
not for
anymore.
players. No.
Because why? It's because they're not in the best of areas. They're not near like London. You know what I'm saying? Newcastle's not London. Newcastle is probably like a nice place up north. I've never been to Newcastle. Maybe one day I might go watch a game there.
It is a
But
nice city, but the thing is, it's very far up north and it's very cold.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
And you to get, I'm surprised they kept a lot of South American players there because if to be a new to be a really Newcastle hardhead, you got to actually be loving the cold. And I mean, it's always like, and then London's a bit more warm and there's a bit more things to do. It's a good town to socialize in. Actually, they do have
yeah,
a good, they do have good places to go to.
they
Because
want
it's
to live
like
in the rich areas. They want to live in the rich areas, the nice
yeah,
areas, the places where they feel probably most comfortable.
it's a good student
Obviously,
place. But
yeah, of course, if you don't have an option, then you might have to choose another city. But yeah, like I said, Newcastle improve the area, everything around the club, improve the area, improve the club, improve the
Yeah.
revenue, finance, everything. They've got to do a lot more than just care about buying players because there's no ambition right now. Yeah, I mean Newcastle have the owners to do it. They've got the finances to do it. They just need to be consistent, and they have to stop, missing out on Champions League football like they do every 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Because 2 years
And win
ago
trophies.
they
They
missed
need
out
to
on
win more
Europe.
trophies.
Yep,
No,
and
I
I
feel like
think the Carabao Cup's a great start, but the one thing is they need to start winning a lot more than just the Carabao Cup. They need to win the FA Cup. They need to win, they need to win a European title. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be the Europa League or the Conference League, doesn't matter. Newcastle just need to win trophies, like I said, and that's what helps them improve as a club. Because look at Crystal Palace, guys. Back to back years they've won a trophy. Back to back years, and where are they? They're in London, right?
yeah,
So the Palace project will be so much more enticing. But obviously they've just let go of Glasner, right? They've let go of Oliver Glasner. Glasner's left. He left it with the trophy. 2 years in a row, 2 trophies. Unless you want to count the Community Shield, 3 trophies. So they've won all their finals with Oliver Glasner. They went to Wembley twice, and then they went to a Conference League final. You know what I'm saying? So what Crystal
He's
Palace are
been their
doing
best
right
manager.
now?
I'm quite shocked they let him go because I was thinking, well,
No, he wanted to leave. It's not anything to do with Palace letting him go. He wanted to leave because he just wasn't happy with the board or something, letting go of Palace's best players. I think he got upset about letting Eze or Guehi
Alicia.
go. Because he wanted to keep Guehi, right? And then the club were just like, "Nah, we have to let him go" or something. And then he disagreed with the club, so then they ended up falling out, right?
Yeah, I
But at the
mean,
same time, he won a trophy. He won him a European trophy, just like he did with Eintracht Frankfurt, guys. He repeated what he did with Eintracht Frankfurt, won them the Conference League. It's a shame that Palace couldn't make the Europa League because of the Lyon rules and everything, because of the same ownership and everything. But what Crystal Palace have done in the last 2 years, I salute them. 2 trophies in 2 years. Fucking big up, man. Big up, Crystal
yeah.
Palace.
yep.
Seriously.
The big up to them. But what are your thoughts on the first 5 clubs? Because obviously, the opener game is against Hull City, and we have all seen how long it has taken Hull City to get promoted. Like, what is that journey back to the
10 years
Premier
now?
League?
10 years, I think, since the last time in the Premier League. Was it like
Well, I
10 years?
mean, my thought is that United should go there and try and beat Hull, man, because
I
it's not a
agree.
nice place. Hull is actually a shithole. I shouldn't say this in the telly, but it is crap.
No, but
Because
nah,
I can go to Hull in about 2 hours and I don't want to.
you've been to
So
Hull.
yeah, I've
Been
been to
there.
Hull. Yeah, it's crap.
Oh,
It's not a big place. It's the stadium's quite okay, but then we should be going to get that Hull. We should that first fixture. United should go out. Don't be embarrassed and don't drop any points to Hull because
I
you know what I mean.
sorry.
They're not even like they didn't even win the championship or automatically they came through the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they came from the playoffs.
So they'll be the first team that favors for relegation. So we need to flex our muscles against that.
For
And I'll
me,
be
Yeah,
very disappointed if we don't score at least 2 or 3 goals and get the
I
3
would not
points.
be surprised. I would not be surprised if United end up with a draw against Hull City. Honestly, first game of the season, because you know what it is for me. It's that first game of the season syndrome. It's like when Brentford came up to the Premier League. They beat Arsenal in the first game of the season. Remember that, guys? Brentford won 2-0 in the first game of the season. It's a bit like that.
yeah,
I'm not trying to say that we can't win. Of course we can win. We have to win, right? But at the same time, their fans are gonna be fucking up for it. It's the first game of the season. Like it's their first Premier League game for 10 years. I think they're gonna be what bouncing. I think so. Look, I'm
I
not
hear
gonna lie.
you. Sorry,
Sorry.
I'll let you continue.
No, I was just gonna say like Hull City are gonna be bouncing, man. Like that's gonna be their first game back in the Prem after like 10 years. So what I'm gonna say is, I would not be surprised if we ended up dropping points away at Hull City. But like I said, we have to go there and try and win. We can't just be like, oh, it's Hull, it's tough. Oh, we'll settle for a draw. No, we won't do that. I don't think we'll do that. But like I said, I would not be surprised if the game itself ended in a draw.
Mm.
I would
I
not be
feel-
surprised. But then
Right.
again, I expect to win the first 2 games. It should be 6 out of 6 in the first 2 games. We have to beat Hull and Ipswich. 2 newly promoted sides back to back. And
I hear you.
you know what's funny, Ray? I was actually talking to my cousin the other day. I actually met him I met my cousin at the gym, right, at my house, right? Obviously, we were talking, yeah. And I told him Hull City away first game of the season would be tough. And look who we got in the first game of the season. Hull City. I had a feeling it would be an away game though. First day, I
I
think we
mean,
started off home last season, so I'm not surprised we're
yeah,
starting
yeah.
off.
I mean, that's how it goes, isn't it? I mean, I know
Yeah,
that it's going to be a
go on,
tough
go on.
game, but if we don't get a win, I'd be very, very disappointed. You know, if we're going to be serious now, we need to be putting teams like Hull and Ipswich away,
Just
and
win the
and
game.
stop thinking about, oh well, yeah, they just were promoted
Even
and
Yeah,
if
all
we
that.
scrape a 1-0 win, Ray, I expect three
I
points. I
expect
don't
three
really
points,
care.
mate, and that's what I'm looking for. And
Same.
if
yeah,
we don't get, so okay,
yeah.
go. Wilson.
No, it's okay. No, you can continue.
No, no,
Yeah,
finish
yeah.
your.
So if we don't get them, if we don't get at least 6 points, I'll be very, very disappointed because if United want to be taken serious, because the owners and the board talking a lot of stuff like, oh, if we don't win the league this season, we're going to win it next season. Well, if we want to win the leagues, I'm sorry, but places like Hull and Ipswich, when you come, I don't say put them to the sword, but you must make sure you be on the front foot and you win that game. And these are the things. These are the kind of games where United in the past don't win, and that's when we don't either be in a title challenge or get you up because of places like Hull and Ipswich games. Now, if United goes around and boss these games, I will be a bit more excited as a fan and think, okay, yeah, because we always show up. We always show up for the big games. We always show up for the Liverpools, the Cities. So I'm not bothered about those games as much of how United will not perform. The Hulls has teared my hair out for decades because I know that we go play Hull, we don't show up, we play bad, they beat us, and then all the confidence drains already. So these two games, if United don't want to keep repeating the same bullshit they've been doing past seasons, 6 points, good play, and get that confidence going. Okay, cheers.
Yeah, and okay, my point of view for Hull City. Hull City will be a tough away journey to play, and we're playing away to Hull City. Obviously, they haven't been back in the Premier League for 10 years, and they're like, even with the way they have been playing the playoffs matches, they grind their 1-0 wins. So they put in defensive performances and more of a low block kind of thing,
Mm,
and they
yeah,
they beat teams on counter attack. So that's how they got into the Premier League, and I feel like that's how they'll continue with those tactics in the Premier League to survive. Yes, will they likely survive? They will by scraping some points here and there, but the thing with United is we struggle against low blocks, and that's why what matters in this window is us getting a good engine that can spark and that can move those low blocks out. Yeah,
yeah. But this is why I'm saying Sesko is the perfect striker for a low block because he's physical, he's tall, he can win the ball from deep, and if you cross the ball into the box, he's able to beat defenders. I'm not saying beat defenders like that, but beat defenders in the air. So what I'm trying to say is last season, breaking the low block starts from a set piece. This is why Arsenal, as much as we shit on them for the football, Arsenal know how to break a low block from a corner. You start by scoring from a set piece. Then it opens the game. You know what
Yes,
I'm saying?
yes,
And
they
this is
haven't
why
even get there.
but this is why I say a lot of teams love to do that in modern day football and it's ruining the game. I would rather teams go at it first minute. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I think United should be doing that first minute of the game. Look, I'm not going to complain about the performance if we get a 1-0 win or a 2-1 win. If it depends how we do it, I don't really care. Scrappy, whatever it is. 3 points is 3 points for me, right? There's ways to win and there's ways to lose. If we win the way we do by scraping it, no, I don't really care. This is the start of the season, guys. Like I just want 3 points. I just want 6 points in the first two games and see where we are from there. We might not we don't have to play great, but for me, there will be times where I will question the style of play depending on obviously how it's set up and how the team is. For me, I ain't worried about the performances right now. Like we just have to get 6 points out of the first two games. Doesn't matter how we do it. Performances can improve throughout the course of the season, and how I say performances will improve by better players. Last season we didn't have to play amazing to win a lot of our games because we only had one game a week. it wasn't a must that we had to play great football to win games. Sure, we scraped it out some games, but for me, what I'm mostly worried about is we just have to get the 6 points in the first 2 games and buy better players so we can improve overall performances. Better players improve better overall performances, right? So for me, I'm not going to care too much about performances for now. But we have to buy better players. That's the one thing I will care about.
I mean,
So
I hear you on
it can
that.
be scrappy at the start, but if it gets ugly and we start losing, then yeah, then that's where I question the overall
I hear you
performance.
about that, but what concerns me
But the wins
with
comes
that?
first. But the
Sorry,
wins
what?
come first.
Yeah,
No, I'm
sorry,
just
what?
saying
Yeah,
the wins and the results come first before
yeah, I hear
anything
what you
else.
say with that, but the thing is, what I was saying about the performance is I don't want to go to Hull and get battered, and then City.
Oh
I
no
mean,
no 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 no.
Ipswich comes,
I'm
and then
not
we
saying
don't
like
put the
that.
performance in, and then we lose, and then we have no points. Performances are bad, and all the fan base now is, and that's what I was saying about United. If we're serious, we need a performance in these first 2 games to get the confidence going. It's not. Let's not just sneak the win. If you sneak the win, fine, but you can put on the performance if you sneak the win. You don't have to be there sitting, or Hall is literally batting you for 90 minutes, and then Ipswich batters you for another 90 minutes. We have to start the season, these 2 games, with a positive and a positive performance, because we know what it's like at United. If you have back-to-back bad games, the noise and pressure becomes negative, and then the effect starts affecting the players. And then by the 3rd game, everyone is about to crash out because it's 3 games in a row you've played bad and you've losing, or you just managed to scrape a draw or something like
We
that.
play Everton away
So
third game of the season, Ray.
this is the thing. So we need these 2 games to be momentum games. I don't mind winning 1-0, and I don't mind, I mean, the first game. But we need some sort of performance in these games to say, okay, look, all right,
The first game
yeah, we
back's
win
always
it.
gonna be like a rusty first day. You know what I'm saying, Ray? Sorry
Yeah,
to
it's
cut you
gonna
off.
be, but we need to be making sure that it's not a very bad rusty one. You know what I mean?
Oh
You
no
don't
no
want to go.
no!
You don't want to go to
I
Hall
don't
and get
want
yeah
like one or
and
I
get
don't want
smacked.
like one shot on target and we win the game 1-0. No, that's not gonna happen. What I want is I want 5 or 6 shots on target and we win the
Exactly.
game
Yeah, yeah,
two
something
one.
like that, and you win the one
Even if we don't play great, like 1-2-1 win with 6 shots on target, I will
you
take
take
it
it.
because
Yeah, yeah,
at
I'll
least
take
you're
that.
showing intent. But at the same
Yeah,
time, right, like the 3 points, it's like sorry to cut you off again. For me, the first game of the season back is always like how kids go back to school after a long summer break. Your brain's kind of rusty. You're not your memory's not really refreshed. It's gonna be like that first game, but first day back. You're not up for it yet. You're not up for the first game back. You're starting to get up for it when the season goes on. You know what I'm saying? After a long break, after a long summer holiday, you're kind of relaxed, you're kind of enjoying at the beach, and then you go back to work, you go back to school, and then you're just like, oh shit, here we go again. We're gonna be a bit rusty now because we just come back. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It's kind of like that.
it's
So
kind of like that.
that's how I
In,
always see it starting. But at the same
but
time,
in the same
starting
sense,
strong,
in the same
starting.
sense,
Yeah,
if we have a good summer and we have a good preseason, I do expect more than one shot on target. And even if we win 1-0, I don't expect us to be this bad or anything like versus Hull, because
no,
that's.
I,
I mean, we're gonna be favourites in that game, even though it's away, and we should
yeah, we
have a
have
better
to.
squad than Hull. We have a better squad than Hull, and we should get at least a lot of goals because a lot of shots on goal, and try and win the game. You don't have to
Yeah,
be pretty, but just try and win the game. Don't sit there being beaten by Hull on your first game, because that's gonna start kicking off the whole confidence thing. So if we go there and get a 2-1 or 1-0, you're confident. Oh God, yes, with 3 points already, and let's go for the Ipswich game then. You know what I mean?
yeah, go,
My
yeah,
fear with United is, okay, we come back rusty, we play shit, we suddenly get outplayed by Hull, we lose the game. There's a whole heap of noise for the week. Then we come to Ipswich, we don't show up again. They get points off us. Then it's 2 points Sorry, it's two
One second,
games and
guys.
there's loads of noise.
I'll be
Yeah,
right back.
there's loads of noise, and then you going into the Everton game. That's a must win. You know what I mean? I don't want a must win at Everton. I don't mind a draw at Everton. I don't mind sneaking it and playing bad football or rough football at Everton, because you know Everton is always a rough place to go on the Moyes. I want to go to Everton with 2 wins on my back, confident, and then
Just win like last
if
season.
yeah, but it wasn't. You know, it was a rough one. But that's what I want. I want to rough this. I want to go to Everton being rough. I don't want to go to Everton low on confidence, needing a must win. You know what I mean? We don't. You know, because we've flopped the first 2 games. And this is what the lads them need to do to make us serious. Because if we flop the first 2 games, you know that is going to be a negative energy, and you know it's going to be, because you don't want to be in a must-win game versus City. I think after who is City we got after Everton.
No, it's City that we have in the top five. So City, yeah, City's after Everton. Yes.
Yeah, see there again. You see, kind of. Sorry, I could just dropped off there. But yeah, this is the thing. You don't want a must-win versus City. You want to be like, okay, we could draw that game, and we still
Sorry, I didn't.
thereabouts where we are. So yeah, so I was saying there, AK, I said we don't want to go to City needing a must-win. You know what I mean?
Oh,
We
of
need to.
course.
We can go to City and say, okay, look, if
No,
we
I
draw
think
that
City.
game, I'm all right with it. I'm all
I
right
think
with
City.
it. Yeah.
Nah, I think City's a must win anyways, bro. It's a home game. Don't forget, it's not an away game.
I mean, it's a win, but it's not. You don't want it to be. Oh yeah, you've gone to City and you're only on 2 points, so you have to win the game.
But the thing is, I kind of want to lay a marker early on in the season because you know what I think sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I just think starting off strong early helps helps you push on further on in the season because if you start off strong, momentum will carry on, right? If you start off bad, then you're like, oh shit, we're in a deeper hole now. We're gonna be further behind teams. So if we beat Man City, because don't forget they'll be the ones competing for the title next season as well as Arsenal. So if you want to catch Man City, you have to beat them, right? You have to beat them like how we did last season in Old Trafford. I think we have to do the same exact way. And for
Yes.
me, and I think if you beat City, if it's away, I'll be like, okay, maybe a draw is okay. Like I understand that, but we're playing at home. I don't want to drop points against Man City at home. I want to beat them at home because at home is a better feeling. You know what I'm saying? You win at home, it's a much better feeling. Like when you play Liverpool at home, when they come to town, you know what I'm saying? You're up for that game. You don't want to accept any. You want no draw. You want to win those games. You want to win these type of games because they're not games you take lightly. It's not like for example, like a top like World 11 coming to Old Trafford. You know what I'm saying? It's our neighborly rivals, and they've been competing for the title for how many years? So if you want to beat them to the league, if you want to beat them to something, you have to beat them in the league. You have to beat them in a game to take points off them and to give us points to gain on them. So what we have to do is we have to go to that Man City game with a lot of with a really good form and win that game, because then the pressure will slowly start to get off, and then we'll be like, all right, by October we're near where we need to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this is why I'm saying that City game is really crucial, man. I don't personally I don't agree with you with the like with you take a draw. I wouldn't take a draw. It's at home.
Well, I mean, what I mean is, I take a draw. Is that what I mean is, you're not going into the game. It's a must win.
Oh
If
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
draw, you're not bothered because City's not going to win their first 15 games. I don't think. First 5 games, I don't think. Sorry, but
Oh
if
yeah.
we're going into this match and we've messed up against Hull, messed up against Ipswich, messed up against Everton, then it's a different feeling. Even and then you're thinking, shit, I got to beat City here, and then we're not in any form. And if you don't beat, if you're playing very well and you've taken, let's say, a lot of points in the first 4 games, and you get a draw in City, it doesn't hurt you as much because it's only October. But and that's what I mean. I don't mean like it's if it's a draw, it's a bad thing. I mean, if
No,
it's a draw and we're bad before City,
no,
it'll be
but
bad. But
well,
if it's a draw and you were good before City, you take that because that still means you're still in Champions League, the
no,
top Champions League places.
I hear you, but
I still think we have to win that Man City game. It's at home. I'd agree with you with away from home, but at home, I don't want to see us drop points against them, bro. I'm gonna be
But
really
it's all depending on how we are before the City match. You know what I mean? I mean, if we
No,
I'm
I hear
hoping that
you.
we are great, and if it's a draw, I don't care, to be honest, personally. But if we're bad, it becomes a must-win game, and that's what I don't
Yeah.
want. I don't want the City to become, oh shit, we desperately need 3 points because we're only on 2 or 3 points. You get me?
I'll say this again, right? And I'm not disagreeing with you, Ray, but it's just what I personally think for me. I will say this. I think winning away from home, drawing away from home, if it was at the Etihad, I'd agree with you. There's no pressure. There's no pressure to win that game.
Mm.
But this is at home, guys. This is at home.
Yeah, actually, I agree with AK that it's at home and we should
At
be.
home. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I think we're gonna be underdogs in that game. I really do.
I
So
don't
even
think,
if you,
I don't think so. You know, I don't think so.
well, City's got a better squad than us, man. And it's all,
Nah,
as I said, it all depends on
no,
how. It all depends on how each team starts, like to say who's going to be favourite and who's going to be underdog, even if we're at home. Because say if City wins the first 4 games and we've lost 2 or 3 of our first games, it's going to be a tricky game for us to even get a point because we're not going to be on form, and that's the problem. So we need to be on form. Sorry, mate, I'm not cutting you, but we need to be on form heading into that game to say, okay, if the draw is good or 3 points is good, because you know, if you need points and City are playing very, very good, you can't get bossed up at home. You have to kind of go, you know what? It ain't happening today, boys. Let's not City score 3 or 4 past us.
No,
Let's keep it tight and be cagey, because you just don't want to be beaten badly so early in the season. This is what happens to us many times. I'm going on what we've done in the past.
yeah.
Because how we started seasons and we play like our rivals and then we got beaten 3-0, 4-0, and all of these things.
Yeah.
But I think it's very-
Actually, I don't want a repeat of 6-1, 5-1.
Yeah.
Those kind
Exactly.
of smashings, especially at home.
No,
Those are
I don't want that.
embarrassing.
I just want us to play how we played against them in January, where we smashed them.
Yes.
I think we're capable of doing that, bro. And if we did that already, and don't forget, guys, we're forgetting this is not Pep anymore. This is not Pep Guardiola's Man City. It's Enzo Maresca's Man City. This is a new Man City. We have to take advantage of change as well.
But also remember, Enzo Maresca has beaten us before with Chelsea.
Not at Old Trafford. Not at Old Trafford.
Yeah, but there's a first time for everything.
Of course, but even Antonio Conte.
It does the same how we thought Andy Slot would never beat us at Liverpool at Old Trafford. But what happened?
He beat us 3-0, and that's so this is what you don't want so early on in the season. So I know what AK is saying, and I agree with you in some sense. Yeah, you'll take a win, but if it's a cagey draw, depending on how we've done in the first 4 games, it's if we win like 4 out of 4 games, right? And then it's a cagey draw. I'll take the cagey draw because I've said, okay, look, we've already won like, let's say 12 points. So you got 13 points out of possible 15. So you'll take the draw because you'll be like, well, yeah, it was cagey and we got the draw and we didn't lose to City, but we already beaten Everton, Hull, and Ipswich. So I'm happy with that. But if it's like, you know, if it's like we've got a bad thing and we got the win, yeah, you'll take it. So I'll take a win or draw in that game. I'm not anything but a loss. Anything but a loss. That's what I was taking that game.
I would. This is me, all right, and I don't know if you guys agree. I would personally rather draw away at Everton than draw at City at home. I would rather. I would rather draw away to Everton than drop points at home to City. Because, bro, guys, like I said, I'm gonna say this again. We're playing Man City at home. They're coming to Old Trafford. You'd rather win that. You know what I'm saying? You'd rather win that game at home against your neighborly rivals because you ain't playing them at home again anymore in the season unless you play them in the cup, right? You'd rather win because you got to. Because, like I said, whenever your rivals come to your ground, you've got to protect your ground. You've got to protect your home court. It's like
and it should be fortress
in the NBA.
It should be, but
protect home court. You know what I'm saying?
But what you can do is you could not lose to them. and beat everybody else, and then you still win the title.
No,
So
sure.
if
At the
that's
same, beating the big clubs is what also gets you over the line in a way. And I would rather beat City at home than
I hear you.
because if you're
But
going
as I
away,
said,
if you're going away to Man City, then I'd agree with you. I'd say a
Mm.
draw wouldn't have been a bad result. But for me, we're playing them at home early on in the season. You'd rather beat them at home than draw away, than lose away, right? And obviously, I mean, struggling away from the Etihad is fine. I understand that struggling at the Etihad is like okay, like we've been struggling away at the Etihad so many times over the course of the seasons, right? Over the course of the years, right? We've been struggling away
Yeah.
at the Etihad, but
Mm.
for me, I'm just gonna leave it here. We're playing at home. That's all I have to say. We're playing at home.
yeah, we
You
played
don't
at home,
don't
but
want to.
that doesn't really mean anything at the moment for our team because we've been beaten badly at home by all these teams. So
No, of
as I
Yeah.
course,
said,
no. It's
I mean, I will take the win, but if the draw comes, I'm not going to be losing my head because I'm thinking, look, it's early in the season. You didn't lose to your rival. Go beat your first 4 games, get them points there. You could take the draw and you could move on from City. What I don't want to
I,
see is us getting smashed, trying to all play City where we probably won't be ready to do that this season. So, but yeah, listen, whatever happens, happens.
no, I hear you. But like I said, still, you play. I would rather beat them at home.
Yeah, I hear you with that. Yeah.
That's how I see it. But I respect your
Yeah,
opinion. I
but
just personally playing at
yeah,
home.
but anyway, I think
There's
for
more
me,
pride. There's more pride playing at home. Sorry, go on.
no, I'm saying from my point of view, I feel like when we're hosting City, we should host them and also control the game as well. We are,
Look at what
it
they
is
do
a
when
new
we go to home.
season.
Sorry to cut you off again, Kyle. This will be the last time I cut you off. Yeah, bro. Look at what they do when we go to their ground. They slap us. We should do the same to us. We should take advantage when we're at home, in a way.
Yeah,
Should you?
yeah, and I agree with you because you see, City as a new manager, they are under crisis, and plus it is a different change of football as well. So it should be
Yeah,
us reminding our noisy neighbors of the place in Manchester, and that is always being second fiddle to us, being the second
exactly.
wife.
Exactly. They've always been second fiddle to us. We should always make them second fiddle. We should never make them first fiddle. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and
We should never allow them to leapfrog us ever again because this is Man United, bro. We should never allow, bro, a team that's been not winning shit for 34 years to come leapfrog us and win a treble while while we're there. Because if we're not there, this will be even more humiliating. You know what I'm saying? It'll be even more humiliating that City have done so much and we've not been there
Well,
to see.
it all
When
depends on who they buy as
it,
well. Sorry.
it hurts watching in front of our own eyes. It hurts seeing Man City do what they're doing right now.
But
I don't want
it's all depends on who they buy because if they buy Anderson and they buy Tonali, that's going to be a tough match, a
Tottenham might
very
get
tough
Tonali.
match.
Tottenham might get
Yeah,
Tonali. That's how I see it.
I think when we get to how we're going to get past these teams in the transfer market, I think that's what when Carl's ready to discuss that.
yeah. What so far we have discussed about Man City, Hull City, and what about Ipswich Town? We know obviously our old boys are back. Our old manager, the old manager that we used to face against, Gary O'Neill.
O'Neill. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, Gary
and this is
O'Neill.
what I said, guys. I mean, this is what I said. We need to take these 4 matches before City very, very seriously because this is where
Yeah,
United against these guys like O'Neill drop points and the confidence level drops. And I've seen it with my own eyes. We go in and we're like, oh, it's Ipswich, oh, it's Hull, and then
yeah.
suddenly the team don't show up, and then suddenly the confidence, and everybody by the fifth match, everybody's screaming at each other, and that's a bad season start, already bad start already.
Yeah, of
So
course.
O'Neill, we definitely need to win that at home at all costs. Um, and O'Neill has a way of spoiling us with Wolves and Brentford. Is it Brentford or Bournemouth? I can't remember.
no, it was Wolves, Bournemouth, and yeah, that I'm saying
I'll look at the
we
fixtures
always
tomorrow.
if there's one manager we underestimate and always say, oh, Edgary, it
Yeah,
is a 3 point, it is him. And he always comes out of that stadium where he pisses us off and
yeah.
he steals a point away from us. That's what I'm saying. Ipswich Town, when they have appointed him, I was thinking second match easy 3 points, but now Gary is back. I'm like,
That's it.
All right.
And that's it.
So we start off at Hull away,
Mm.
Ipswich at home, Everton away, City at home, right? Then we have Fulham away. Then we have that really long break until October, until the 10th of October. We play Tottenham, right? Then we go to Leeds away. Then we play Bournemouth at home. Then we play Chelsea away. Then we play Aston Villa at home. Then we have an international break for a week, and then we have Liverpool away, and then we have Brentford at home,
Mm.
Newcastle away, and then Coventry at home, Palace away, Arsenal away, Forest at home on Boxing Day, and Sunderland at home on the last day, almost on the last day of December, right? Then we play. Then we start the season. Then we start the year off, right? In 2027 with Brighton away, Newcastle at home, Villa away, Liverpool at home, Brentford at home. Sorry, Brentford away, Chelsea at home, Brighton at home, Forest away, Arsenal at home, Sunderland away, Everton at home, City away, Hull at home, Ipswich away, Palace at home, Coventry away, Bournemouth away, Leeds at home, Tottenham away, and Fulham at home. So to end off the season, right in that May, in these 5 games in the Premier League, we've got Coventry away, Bournemouth away, Leeds at home, Tottenham away, Fulham at home. These are favorable fixtures, man, to end off the season. Yes, Tottenham away will be tough because we struggle away at Tottenham nowadays. However, I'm looking at the fixtures and be like, this is a favorable May for us, if you think about it.
yeah, it is.
Very,
It is a favorable May.
It is a
And
favorable, man, yeah.
very favorable. So, but which month? Okay, I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Of all the months that I've listed out, which month do you guys think will be the toughest? For me, if I'm looking at it right now, it's that September, because
Yeah,
September,
September is very tough.
we have Everton away, City at home, Fulham away, and then Spurs. Sorry, yeah, we have 3 games in September, right? These 3 games are just Everton away,
And
City.
we'll be having cup games as well. So that's going to be very. Carrick's, this is the first time Carrick we'll see the manager in action, how he rotates, yeah.
Cup. I
So this is the first, yeah. So this is the first time we'll see the real test of Carrick's management, because we will see, well, okay, how is it going to go when he has to play 3 games, 4 games in a month, and what substitutions he's going to do, who's he going to play, who's in form, if he's got any injuries, all these kind of things. And if we escape September very, very well, I think we'll be all right.
yeah, I agree with you. But for me, I think the toughest times are September and November. Number
Yeah.
one, September is because we have it is our return to Champions League football. So I would like to see how United does balancing two top competitions at the same time. And then number two, November is because we all know it is those deep runs in those Carabao Cup, and as well as that when fixtures are becoming more and more intense.
Yep.
So it is, and it's where the the first half of the season is almost about to wrap up, because it wraps up in December. So
Mhm.
November is that stress month for every club. So that's what I would like to see. How does Carrick handle that pressure? Because last season we played 1 game a season and we handled Nove- we weren't handling November very well, and Ruben was
Yeah.
about to get sacked at that point.
Yeah,
But this,
November, December was this time. Was a bad time for him.
yeah. So I want to see under previous management, United has always struggled in that time of November, December, because it's mentality that challenges the players. So I want to see how does Carrick handle that's overload. Yeah.
That's it, isn't it? This is why I think we need to get as much points as we can.
Yeah.
Especially in these first 2 open games. As Kyle said, we need to get over the Gary O'Neill hurdle. We just need to, because
Sorry.
sorry,
No.
because if we don't heading into September, November, with a decent run of games and decent form, this is the ten. This happens when the managers tend to start to lose their jobs and start to lose the fan base a bit. So I really would like to beat Ipswich and Hull and Everton, and then you got everybody on side heading into that City match.
Yeah, and I agree with you. And we should be aiming. That's why I'm saying I want in these first fixtures we should aim to beat Hull City, Ipswich, and Everton.
Mm.
And yeah, there should be no reason why we should drop points because I know these are challenging teams, but we United struggles against low blocks, and this is where Premier League titles are won. They're not won against facing Liverpool kind. They're
No,
won when you dominate these small teams.
Yes,
but
yes,
but you know what
yes.
I've noticed, like every single time whenever we always start bad, we always have a decent season. Whenever we always start the season bad, we always have like a decentish season. Whenever we start the season off strong, it's like, oh, we tail off. I don't know what it
No,
is. I'd rather start the season off with a loss and go win like as many games in a row. That's what I would do because I know United. Every single time we start the season off with a loss, you already know how good of a season we'll have. You know what I'm saying? Every
Uh,
season off with a loss, we have a decent.
maybe in the past, but the problem what we have now is that
Last
I
season we
know.
had in the
Listen, I
Premier
know the
League.
problem. Sorry, I not cut you. But I know the problem we have, right? Is I know the fan base is split on Carrick. I know this, and if we start the season off bad, it's only going to get worse for him. Um, this now, he needs to start the season off very very well and get to November, November and December in a fighting good spirit because
Yeah,
the fan base is split on Carrick. A lot of people are like, "Oh, yeah, I like Carrick," and a lot of people are like, I don't know about Carrick.
I
And
don't mind.
I'm in the latter. I'm in the like I don't know about Carrick, and I really would like Carrick to have a really good start of the season. So say November he drops a couple of games or whatever, it's all right. It's okay. We still because I don't think we're challenging for the league this season, so I'm not expecting the league from him. But if he's dropping, let's say he drops 3 or 4 games in November and we're still in the top four, I don't mind that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
What I don't want is Carrick struggling in October. Sorry, struggling in August and September, and then November is a crash out, and then obviously you know what's going to happen. So yeah, I think this time around, please get a strong start. You know what I mean? And even if you tail off at the end, if you tail off at the end and you're in a Champions League place, but you got to a final of a FA Cup or a final of a League Cup, I don't mind if you tail off at the end because
yeah, and
I would say, well, sorry, let me just finish that one and then you can speak
oh,
to the
sorry.
sorry about that. But then I would say, well, okay, look, Carrick's first season, yeah, we might have dropped some points at the end, but we're still in Champions League places, and you won us an FA Cup.
no, for me, like I'll say this one thing real quick, yeah, and I personally don't mind Carrick. I'm gonna give him the time,
Mm.
but it's like there's one thing that'll be on our minds this season. You guys need to remember this as well. Keep this in mind. We're having an all or nothing documentary this season, so this could either this could either go down really bad, or this could either be one of the best documentaries we've ever watched. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? It could either be it could be one of the most, I guess, laughing stock of a documentary we've ever watched because of how bad the season has been, or how good the season's been, and we win something major. You
I
know what
thought
I'm
it was
saying?
next season. I thought is it for this season or
No,
next
no,
season?
it's this
It's
upcoming
for
season.
this season.
Oh shit!
Season.
See, they go. See, they go.
But
It's
this is what I'm
even.
saying. Pressure's on the players now because the fucking cameras are on them. Excuse my language.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What was your point there, Kyle? Before?
No. I'm saying my point is like remember how we started strong against Arsenal.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I feel like if we handle everything like how we handle against Arsenal, I
Mm.
feel like we can get 12 points. There's no reason why we're not getting
Mm.
12 points in those first 5 games. No, we can get 15 points. There's no reason why we're not getting 15 points because City, we have beaten City before. So
Mm.
City will be coming to that game thinking it is Old Trafford, we own Old Trafford, and we come as underdogs and we need to control.
Mm.
And if we treat City like how we treated City at Etihad, we let City dominate the game, but we hit them on counterattacks. I feel like we do have a chance. What
Mhm.
matters is now how we do in the transfer window. That's why I'm pressuring the board to get a second signing done because Real Madrid has 5 signings done already in a span of how many days so quickly, and
Exactly.
United is struggling to negotiate a deal with West Ham.
Yeah,
Yeah, this
Yeah,
because
jumps into the next topic into that we're going to talk about.
yeah,
Yeah, we
that's
do.
the
We
topic we're talking
definitely
about right
need.
now.
We
Next, yeah.
definitely, yeah, we definitely need a very strong window. And yes, I'm with Kyle as well. I think Fernandes should be done this month and just get on with it because you know, as much as I have questions for Carrick, I think I have questions for the board to back the manager and so
yeah,
the manager can have a good season because we do need a midfield. I mean, so far we've not even signed a midfielder because we're not even giving medicals to
San
Edison yet.
Ed-
So it's not. It's
San
not even
Edison,
Sorry.
San, San Edison. That's the only
Yeah,
one we
but
signed.
well, we signed him, but we've not given a medical to him yet. So we
But I
don't
think
know if.
he's done already.
Sorry.
I think he's done everything. It's just the club haven't announced it yet.
No, I don't think he's done the medical. Well,
No, they
has he
have
done the
been
medical?
medical. Yeah, they haven't announced.
It's done the
Oh,
medical
okay.
already.
So yeah, so they haven't announced if they've done the medical, but yeah. So we definitely need Fernandez, and we definitely need to go for another midfielder. There's rumors that Tonemi is opening up for us,
So
and
maybe,
We should go straight there for Tomani.
yeah,
And that's our
agree.
three midfielders, and then let's go aggressively to get another winger and another striker.
Camavinga as well. Hey, bring me Camavinga as well, man. He's so versatile.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
midfield, left back, we need that from a player. You know what I'm saying? One thing I will say. And sorry, but I'm sorry to cut it off. Yeah, sorry to cut it real quick. Yeah, there's one thing that I want from not just Man United to sign, not just about depth, but versatility. One thing that I've always admired Man City and Pep for what they've done is that they didn't have the depth at times, but they've always had versatility. So some players, when they're in absence, can play in that position for that player. Like for example, Mateus Nunes was able to fit in at right back for an absence of a right back. You could play left wing, for example. You know, what I'm saying versatility matters for me in the team within
Yeah.
the squad. If players are out injured and they're short on players in that position, at least you have someone versatile enough to fill in that role for the time being. You know, I want that. I want versatility at my club, bro. Right? That's why I think Camavinga is a perfect signing because he can play left back, play left center mid, play DM as well, fill in multiple positions. Lissandro
Yeah,
Martinez can do as well. Lissandro Martinez is injury prone, but we can if you bring Camavinga in, the guy can fill in a lot of spots that we have
Listen, the
all.
more the merrier for me, bro. The more
No, of course,
versatility, the better players that we could have
of
can
course.
help because we need a squad. Last season we
No,
didn't
but I
have a
agree.
squad, and that's why
We
we
need
didn't.
squad. We need depth and versatility. That's all I have to
Yeah,
say.
yeah, both. Spot on with that. Because last season we could have been in a title challenge if we had a bit more versatility in squad depth in our team. So this is why I'm questioning the board as well. I'm saying, board, listen, don't talk about your heckling and you're going to lose out on the players that you're looking for because I was doing a little bit of my mathematics the other day, and Ineos, if you see in a group chat, well, not group chat, but if you see in the Discord that we've got,
Yeah.
I said to is it ID? I said to ID that Ineos has lost 70% of their top targets. 70% they've lost them, and I know we're not hot on. I'm not hot on Fernandez, but it's their top target, and they need to get these percentages up. Just like how people were saying, "Oh, Amin's only won this percentage of games." Well, Ineos, as a board, has lost 70% of their targets. That's terrible. That is absolutely shocking, and they need to start landing their targets. They've already lost Totten Tonali, which was fitness. They're going to lose Anderson. They've lost Semenyo in all this year. Not, you know what I mean? So they need to make sure that they land these 2 or 3 players in the next couple of months to even it out and to make us think, yeah, okay, we have a chance.
Yeah, I agree with you, and that's why every time I'm pressuring this board and I'm telling the board that they need to have a good negotiation team because it cannot be it cannot be bullied on the table. Yeah.
No, you can't be. And that's what
Hmm?
we've been. That's what we've been done hard by. Sorry, pause. That's what we've been done by in the negotiation room is because we've been we've been done dirty by teams milking us for so much
Mm,
money when other chief negotiators get players for better prices. Bro, we almost got scammed 120 million for John Neves when we could have paid 60 like PSG did. You know what I'm
exactly,
saying?
bro.
We could have paid 60 for him and could have got him, but we got scammed because there's no proper negotiator.
There's
This
no
is why,
negotiation team tapped.
but this is also a thing. I'm not complaining about the players we're signing. The players we're signing are decent, but there's ways of signing them. I'm not trying to say we should save money. Like, no, we should be spending money. Man United should be spending money every single season, every single window. Doesn't matter if we have enough players or whatnot. Always keep spending. Always keep signing. Building up
Exactly,
this.
bro.
And but the thing is, there's ways to sign a player. There's You don't just throw all your money at one guy and just be like, oh shit, we're broke. We can't sign the next player. There's ways of signing players. Sure, if they want this much money, then sometimes you might have to pull the plug and just pay it. But at the same time, there's multiple ways of getting those players done over the line. Don't overpay. You don't
And
have to
don't
always
lose
over.
them. Don't lose them.
And
It's not just
if you overpay, cool. If the demands are so high for that player, overpay. But the demands are not that high. Don't overpay.
exactly.
If a
But
way to
what
find it for a
also
cheap price.
find sorry.
No, that's it. Sorry, go. I'm done.
Yeah, don't overpay, but don't lose out. You know what I mean? If
No, don't.
you
No,
if you
exactly.
if you're battling for say you're battling for Anderson and you're battling it with City, don't just go, oh, we're not gonna put any bit
Bro,
in
we
because
lost the Julian Alvarez deal to Man
this is the
City.
thing, bro. And this is what I'm saying with this is why I hate the board. But try and at least fight. If you up against someone, you put your bid in,
We
and
lost
then
Kai.
if
Excuse my language.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, mate. If you go in for the same player and say, okay, a club goes, look, we want, let's say 80 million or something like that, right? You put your bid in and you try and beat your team. What United don't do, United don't even put a bid in. We don't even try. We just give up. We just like, oh well, it's too expensive. We're not going to do it. We did it with Semania. We didn't even put a bid in. We letting City rule the roast. Are we letting
Facts.
the other teams rule the roast on our players? I mean, if Tottenham's outbidding us for Tonali, it's sick. If Tottenham sign Tonali for 90 or 80 million or something, or even 75 million, I would be freaking annoyed because it would say you're chatting shit about you wouldn't want to pay for Tonali, and he just went to Tottenham. Tottenham outbidding you.
Yeah.
Move like a big club, man. Because you've got dude, we're not broke as brokers. Yeah, we might be in debt, but we're not broke as they're trying
No,
to put out.
we're not broke.
Exactly. So go
It,
go on. Okay, if you
lie.
say that you don't want, okay, I understand some players can be extortionate price. Well, okay, move on from that player and pick another player. You know what I
This
mean?
is
But what we do is we mess about and we don't pick the players quickly, and then they all end up going to different clubs because we don't put a bid in for nobody. If you know you wasn't going to get Anderson, forget Anderson and go for Tonali. Don't let him go to Spurs
yeah.
or
But this
Arsenal.
is but this is the thing, Ray. Sorry.
Yeah, carry on,
Go.
man. Carry on. Yeah, I'm finished
No,
now. Yeah.
no, 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 no. Finish your point. Finish your
No,
point.
no,
Finish your
finish,
point.
bro. No, no. Honestly, I'm finished. I was ranting about that. I'm just listening to
I,
what you have to say now. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, like, our fan base just fall for everything these owners put out, man. Like every single
Mm.
thing they put out there, the fan base is just gonna fall for it. And here's the one thing, right, that really, really pisses me the fuck off, right? Every time my owners say, "Oh, we're broke,"
Mm.
there's people out there saying they're praising Ineos. Oh, they're trying to save money as much as possible. Excuse me? Who the fuck are you to tell Ineos to save money?
You know what I mean?
You're a supporter of one of the biggest clubs in the world. They're one of the biggest markets in the fucking planet. Manchester United is a bigger market than so many sports teams in the planet.
Hmm.
We're one of the biggest markets in not just sport in the world. And you have the audacity to go and tell people to say, "Oh, you can't spend money on this. You can't spend money on that. We should just save money." Sure, if you have a certain strict budget, but United shouldn't have a strict budget.
Exactly,
We
bro.
should be on
And
a strict budget. We should be we have this much money. Okay, if you're given a set budget of 300 million, sure, then you can be like, all right, we should spend this much on that player. But who the fuck are you to go and tell Ineos, now we can't sign this player and that player because they don't have
yeah,
money?
oh, yeah, it's too much money. And the
Bro,
thing about it, these boys are
we're
paying the
not
freaking
broke.
prices. Some of these fans are paying the freaking prices that Ineos is charging them to go every freaking game.
Okay, they think
So you,
United are broke. We're not fucking broke. We're not
yeah,
in
bro,
debt.
bro.
We're only in debt. We're not broke. We're just in a huge
Exactly,
debt because these fuckers don't pay their debts off.
exactly,
And they're
man.
taking out someone club. Of course they expect that.
And
I'm
that's
saying,
what pisses me off
sorry,
with
bro.
some of the fan base, because they'll be like talking about, oh, this is expensive, but yeah, you're paying the prices what Ineos is paying for you. So
Take a
you should
fucking
be
price. Let me
demanding. You should be demanding these men to be signed.
exactly.
But you see, this board fools a lot of our fan base, because they'll always play the media with them. Oh, we're broke. Oh, we don't want to get overpriced like we did before. Bro,
You know,
you're going for good players, man. You're not like you're going for Finelli when you're playing. Oh, Anthony, that's overpriced.
Fellaini, yeah. Bro,
That's overpriced. You're
another
going
thing
for
that
sorry.
no,
What were you saying?
no. My apologies. Finish off. Sorry.
Oh yeah. So it's not like it's not like we're going for crap. We're going for Tonali. We're going for Anderson. Yeah, they are going to be premium. For me,
Mm,
overpaying, it would be like, oh well, you chuck a 80 million out for Anthony, who's nobody. You chuck a nobody player, you're chucking a lot of money to, like we did in the past. That's overpaying. But when you hear that it's players that Madrid want, Arsenal want, Liverpool want, you get in there with the money. You get in there with the money, and you're
yeah.
landing.
No, but also one thing, Ray, is the one thing that really does my head in is that these people think like sorry. Let me start again. The one thing that really pisses me off, right, is that the fans really believe this Premier League PR bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay, so how are Liverpool able to spend 500 million? Because they made money. You make money, you should be able to spend it. Nobody cares about how many players you have. There's no PSR in the Premier League. Nobody's been threatened by it. Liverpool spent money last season because you know why? It's because they actually won the league, and
Yeah.
and they got far in the Champions League, and they made the Champions League. So add all that together plus the TV money, that's enough to spend on players.
Exactly, mate.
This thing of, oh, we have to sell this player first so we can replace him. No, you replace him while he's here. You
This
replace
is the
him
thing.
while he's at the club. You don't just wait for them to leave to replace them. You tell them, no, I'm replacing you. You find a new club. You tell them straight up. You don't just sit there and be like, oh, I'm gonna buy this player. I'm gonna buy that player to replace this guy. You replace the fucking lot of these dross that we have right now. You replaced a lot of them because I'm sick and tired of going into the same season with every new season with the same old players. I'm
Exactly.
sick and tired of fans falling for this PSR crap, saying, "Oh, we have to sell to buy." You never had to sell Harry Maguire to replace him, you fucking donut. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Or you never
sell
have to do
Harry,
that. No.
we never had to replace Scott McTominay. We signed Ugarte before Scott McTominay even got sold.
You know what I
It was,
mean? It's a
we
load of
had the
it's a load of bollocks when they say, "Oh, we have to decide to." No,
money's always there.
you just want to give the contracts to them. Because it's cheaper. That's all it is. I'm hearing they want to give Luke Shaw a new contract. No, don't give Luke Shaw. Just sell the bugger.
No. Stop giving new contracts to these fucking players. I'm sick and tired of seeing them at the club, man. I don't want Luke Shaw to get a fucking testimonial at the football club. What the hell's he done to get a testimonial, bro? Seriously, what
Exactly.
has he done to get a testimonial? You know what I'm
All right,
saying?
Kyle. Sorry. Well,
No,
No,
sorry,
it's okay.
for real, bro.
you've
For
been a
No,
real.
it's
bit
okay.
quiet. Sorry.
I agree with you
Apologies
that
for the
Luke Shaw,
apologies for
players like Luke Shaw, Maguire, those ones needs to go. And the standards of this club have really fallen.
Mm.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
as once we need to remember who we are.
Yeah, and it's the board that's caused the standards to fall because and then the fans fall for it. This is why I say this is why I created the Discord group to let because I'm sick and tired of hearing fans say, "Oh, you're negative or you're moaning, oh the board is doing good," and I'm like, where's the board doing good? They've lowered the standards. They're telling us that we can't go for any more top players. We have to go for relegated players, and we can't even seal the deal on these guys. We can't get the Tenalis anymore. We can't get the Andersons anymore because we can't afford to pay them, or we can't afford to pay the wages. That's bullshit. Every big club, you go and you pay a good top man 200 something pound a week. You know what I mean? You can't just come tell me that say if you want another Messi in his prime, and you know that he says, "Look, I want United," and then you're like, "Yeah, I'll get that guy. Get that guy. He's going to win his stuff." Oh, I can't buy him. Why? Well, I don't want to pay over £200 for him. I'd be like, "No, you're not going to win." And that guy, he's going to go to another club and win stuff. You guys still there?
Yeah, he's gonna go to another club
Oh,
and win.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm just listening to you.
yeah. So as I said, look, we lost out on Rice. Everyone's like, "Oh, right. Oh, we're not paying for Rice. We're not paying for Rice." What does Rice go? He could have fit Manchester United. We could have already solved this problem in the midfield. He goes to Arsenal. I've watched Rice lift the Premier League and play in the Champions League final. And I'm looking at United and thinking, you had a chance to sign Declan because Declan Rice was open to come to United. But again, we wouldn't pay them fligging money. And it's the same thing I'm seeing again with Anderson and Tonali and all these good midfielders. We don't want to pay any money for them. And they lie and say that we got no money. But then I watch them go to other teams and be in finals and winning champions and winning Premier Leagues. And
Yeah,
it's the board
and
I
kissing the
always get
badges.
angry with. Sorry?
No, and also they go there and kiss those badges that they should have kissed our badge as well.
Exactly. Should be kissing our badge and we should be celebrating. And it's the board I put the anger at. I don't actually put the anger at the managers as much. I put the board at anger because I see good players go to other teams and always lifting. And I'm like, yo, United, you were in for that club, man. You were in for that man.
Yeah.
And he wanted to come to the club.
But we decided, the wages were too much.
Yeah.
Penny
pitching.
Sure, there might be a plan to give him a wage structure or whatnot, but at the same time, don't be like stingy. If you really want the player, you overpay for the player. I get it. We overpay for players that we didn't need, like Anthony, Hoyland, and all these guys because they ain't good enough, right? But if a top class player out there in the world is amazing that he's available for a price that you really want to pay for, then fucking pay for it. Fucking pay for him. Don't just sit there and we can't afford him. We'll move on to another target. Have a plan A and a plan B. Stop searching for the plan B. You know what's funny, Ray? Every time the club has a plan A, they're searching and planning for plan B. They don't have a plan B in line for plan A. They have to find the plan B. Because you know why? The club never ever had plan A and plan B together. It's always plan A, then later down the line, it's plan B. Like Frankie de Jong back in 2022. Remember that one, Ray? Because we were like, de Jong rumors, this and that. The Frankie de Jong rumors were growing and such. Then we had to wait till almost the end of the transfer window to sign Casemiro.
Panic buying, bro. That's the thing.
What are they doing?
You see, this is the thing, AK and Kai. We don't overspend. We panic buy. Fellaini was a panic buy. Fellaini was a panic buy because we didn't freaking buy anybody for Moyes, so we had to fork out 70 million. Another panic buy was Sancho. Anthony was a panic buy.
No, Anthony wasn't a panic buy. I feel like Anthony, what I call it was poor negotiations.
Anthony was a panic buy because you know why?
Yeah, because it was 40 million.
Yeah, it was 40
No,
million.
it was 40 million at the start of the window. What
we could have paid the money. We could have paid the money.
Planning.
And then we waited till the end of the season where Ten Hag wasn't getting to get his left winger, and we had to go smash out 80 million. And that's what we're doing. And this is what this board don't get it. And this is what the fans don't get. It's not overspending. It's panic buy we're doing. And you don't. Yeah. But what gets me with this board is that Arkins said they don't have a plan B. And I said I did the mathematics. It's 70% of their top targets that don't land. They were telling us that they were going to sign Quenda, They were telling us they were going to sign Anderson, Semenyo, and where are they? None of them have played for us.
Bro, Chelsea don't even need Quenda. We should have gone in for him instead.
We should have got exactly.
And I'm tired how Matthias still chose Tottenham over us. Imagine
Yeah.
choosing Tottenham over United.
My
How
lord.
far down we are falling.
You know what I mean? They told me. I mean, they sacked off the entire forward line on the Amin season, right? And I was like, oh shit. But then they were telling us, oh, don't worry, we're gonna get Quenda in the January window. I was expecting Quenda in the first of January. Where was he? Nowhere to be seen. And we had to rely on Rasmus Højlund all season, who were rubbish. Then we had to rely on bloody Garnacho, who was rubbish. No wonder why we finished 15th. They almost got us relegated, bloody Inigus. Yeah, Amin was bad, but these guys didn't even sign a striker or anything in the January window.
We didn't need a left back. We needed a fucking striker. And
We needed a fucking left.
Bro,
Sorry,
there was some United fans on Twitter talking to me saying, "No, but Dalot is trash." Yeah, but we can't score a fucking goal to save our lives. How are we supposed to win a game? What's the left back
Bro,
supposed to
that season. That season we were crying, bro. Crying. I was looking over my shoulder watching Leicester games. No, is it Leicester? Yeah, I was watching Leicester games.
Yeah,
And I was watching these blasted games, hoping that these men lose because we don't be in the relegation zone. And then I was looking for Quenda. Where was Quenda? Oh, he's off to Chelsea. At that point, I said, no, Ineos, out, Ineos. You're chatting shit. Yeah.
Right, I'm laughing in so much anger, bro. Trust me, you don't know how pissed off I am.
Yeah. And then, okay, we didn't get a midfielder this summer. So they say, okay, look, all right, we're gonna get him in the January window. We're gonna get Semenyo. Oh, what they do? Oh, sack Amrin. Get me worried, thinking, oh fuck, here we go. Luckily, Carrick come in, and I give his due.
Right.
Yeah, okay, yeah, but I give Carrick his due. He stabilized because I was worried.
Yeah.
But then they're gonna tell me, oh, we're gonna get Anderson. I was expecting Anderson to walk in the door June.
No, Ray, they're not actually telling us. It's the fan base that loves.
No, but you know also.
But they do it in the media. They tell us, oh, our top target is Anderson. Our top target is
Ray,
this man.
It's not Ineos telling us. It's these ITKs who sleep in bed with Ineos telling us this.
No, but obviously the media they get their leaks from Ineos.
Yeah. So Ineos is throwing out to the media that our top target is this, our top target is that, and you don't land them. It's madness.
Yeah,
madness.
And how's Ederson going to Man City or for United? Are treating neighbors.
Yeah. When you've been telling us for 9 months that this guy's our top target, so you expect him in the door.
Harrison.
It's like your birthday. Your mom tells you, look, I'm gonna get you that PlayStation. They're gonna get you that PlayStation. You're hyped, yeah. You go, oh, I'm gonna get that PlayStation. You know, you're telling your mates, man, come over. We're gonna play. You go open your gift. It's some sort of knockoff system you never heard of. You'd be so disappointed in your mom. You're like,
if I end up getting an old PSP or something.
Yeah, some old shit that don't work now and nobody's playing. And then your mates come over and you're like, yo, where's the PlayStation? Oh, I got this. They laugh at you. And that's how United board. That's how United board is working. They'll tell us, oh, we're gonna get this top target, and then where's this top target? And then we get this guy, and they're like, oh shit.
I ain't surprised, bro, because we're one of the biggest laughing stocks on the fucking planet, and I ain't surprised that all this shit's happening.
Yeah.
I'm not. Because this fan base was like, oh, Ineos is coming in to save us because the takeover from the Glazers, they're gonna own part of the club. Nah, because they're Manc born and bred. Nah, but they're not Qataris who do this to you.
Well,
bro,
I wanted to be Qatari.
I seriously Ray. If these Man United fans didn't exist, Qatar would have been taking over our club by now.
And we'll be done. Already got the stadium built up. Already got.
I'm gonna say this though, Ray. Yeah. I'm gonna say this: if United were not the biggest club in the world, with the biggest fan base and the biggest success, the Qataris would have taken us over by now by a long mile. Because you know why? The amount of fans that we have existing at the football club, and I don't blame them for supporting United. I can't blame them for choosing a club to support. I can't blame them for that, right? You can't blame the club that they choose to support. But if we didn't have the success in the fan base, the message of big Qataris would have taken over because we wouldn't have this much money from earning from tickets, shirts, TV deals, all that money would have never come in. The Qataris would have just bid and bought United straight up. They wouldn't.
Bro,
Yeah,
and you're opening it up to
but,
the. Sorry,
but
what
how
you saying,
much is
Cam?
United right now? Like 6 billion, right?
Yeah, we're worth
I'm,
that.
I'm
No, I think they want
no,
to
I'm sure. I'm sure as fans, if we all say that, me as Kyle, I'm contributing this amount of cash. You as Ray, are contributing this amount of cash, and then we combine the bids, and then we send a combined bid as United fans
I
to
think 10
buy.
billion. Because you know why? The Los Angeles Lakers? They got bought for 10 billion, bro. And United are a bigger institution and a bigger market than the Lakers. We should be
Yeah,
we should be should be higher than 10 billion, let's be honest. We should
Yeah,
be
but but
we should be at least 11 billion.
yeah, true. Well, we should be, but let be honest. If we have rats that are living in America, and then you have rats that are living in the stadium, and
Yeah.
then you have you have a hole in your roof, and then you haven't been
All
dominating
fixable shit, by the
football
way.
for quite a long time.
All very
It makes
fixable.
sense why our club value is 6 billion when it
Yeah.
should be higher.
it should be. But the Glazers never looked after the freaking building. Never looked after the building.
Yeah,
Now they're gonna have
but
to waste all this money to buy a new one.
yeah, yeah, no, but what target will you guys want United to look for
So
in this
sorry,
transfer window?
sorry. What did you
No,
say? Sorry.
no, I'm saying which signings will you want United to sign after Ederson?
Well, I want to
Um
get them. Sorry.
no. Go ahead. Sorry, man.
Yeah, I mean, I want them to get the Fernandez and well, I think as you guys said, I think the Edison deal is done. After Fernandez, I would, I would really try and go for Tonali.
Yeah.
I'll try because I think Tonali or Tuamini type player with a Fernandez and Edison, I'll take. I think that's a strong, versatile
Bro,
midfield.
that would be crazy, man. If we get to
Yeah.
Ali and trust me, that would literally solve our midfield issues on the
Yes.
fucking.
If you're not going to get Tonali, let's go for try it all out to go for Tuamini. And I think the Tuamini, Fernandez, and Anderson, I'm pleased with that.
But the
I
thing
don't
is,
want
Ray,
Belabor. I think Belabor, not because people don't like. I think he hasn't had a good season. He's
no,
not really one of Brighton's best players. I'll pick that other fella. If we're going to buy a midfield, there's that other fella in Brighton.
bro, we can go get Vuskovic as well. That
What's
Croatian
No,
that
but
guy
each
that
other
is?
follow in
quality player.
Brighton.
Vuskovic is
Huh?
quality.
Who's the
No,
other player?
but each other player in
There's
Brighton.
another midfielder in Brighton that terrorizes us all the time. What I can't forget his name. I've forgotten his name.
Oh, wait, is he Swedish? Is his name Arari?
I think so. But he always gets in the box and he always looks like he's about to score.
Yeah, no,
No,
but that one for sure, Brighton will refuse to sell. They'll
Yeah.
rather sell Abaleba.
no, but
than
guys, here's my point. Yeah, I'll quickly say this real quick. I'll say this real quick. Yeah. So, what I'll tell you is, Ray, you mentioned about getting Tchouaméni and Tonali, right?
Hmm.
For me, a top club negotiates for both at the
Yeah.
same time. You don't just negotiate for this guy and then you wait and then for the answer of this guy. No, you negotiate for both and see which one's more viable. Because what the problem is, right? If you can't get this guy, then the next guy's already there, accepting his bid,
Exactly.
and you're already almost done with your business. Because the thing is, like I said, you don't want that target to go away. You can't sign this player and that target's gone. You're stuck because you won't be able to go and sign him back again because you've already lost him by not going in for a year. So my point is we have to go for two players at once. Can't just wait for this player to say yes and then we go for that player. No, you go for two players at once and see what the outcome is. That's how you move as a serious club. You negotiate for two players at once. If the plan A ain't gonna sign, then the plan B is done. If the plan B ain't gonna sign, then the plan A is done, or whatever it is. Plan A, plan B, and if both are not accepting, then there has to be a plan C right there for you. Because you can't just sit there and be like, oh, plan A, plan B ain't available. Oh, then we'll have to go for plan C. No, you have to go for plan A and plan B together. You don't just wait for plan A to say yes and plan B to say yes. You don't wait for an answer. You go for 2-for-1, a 2-for-1 deal.
And that's what other clubs do, and we seem to can't do that for some reason. I don't get it. I really don't
This
get
is
that.
why City is so successful, because they're going for multiple players at
Yeah,
once.
if one man says no, they already got the other guy.
And Arsenal did that last season. They won the Premier League.
They did it was exactly Sesko and
Yeah.
Arsenal and Jacko was fighting out for those guys.
Facts.
They'll choose Jacko, and we and they still won the title because the two guys were there ready for them.
But this is why I think I also list this guy. Don't know if you guys know him, Vuskovic. Have you guys heard of him?
Yeah, I've heard of Vuskovic. Yeah,
Bro, we should be getting Vuskovic, man. He's a good player. I like Vuskovic. I think we should bring him in. He looks like a good player. And that Yandio Monday guy, oh my days, he looks really good.
Yeah,
but we're not going to
that
break the
guy
bank
is
for these
baller.
boys, and that's the problem.
I don't care how much he costs, mate. Bring him in. Seriously.
So I'm saying, you bring them in, bro. Bring them in, but this board has fooled the fans so much about the past. About
I thought. Sorry,
they don't want to do it.
I thought qualifying for Champions League means you get better players.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Oh, that's why we were so happy. We were so hyper that we qualified for the Champions League because we thought, yeah, they're gonna bring in new good players. But they've gone back on the word and say no, we can't afford them. So where's this £100 million that we've got for qualifying for the Champions League?
Exactly. Where is it?
It is going into the pockets.
Bunch of bent back fucking liars.
Exactly, bro. Lots of fucking liars. Yes. Talk about we Champions League, we could sign better players, but better players are available. Oh, but we can't sign them because we don't want to pay the money. Well, you're in the fucking Champions League. You can offer them Champions League. The excuse was, oh, we can't offer them Champions League because we're not in the Champions League, so we can't buy them. Now we're in the Champions League. Our excuse is, well, they're too much money. Oh, what the fuck?
Guys were jumping up and down for
It's like we're acting broke every time.
Oh, we have the pool. We're not in the Champions League. We still have the pool without being in the Champions League. All right, now we're in the Champions League. Why are you saying we don't have pool now? What's this hypocrisy? You know what I'm saying?
It's bullshit, man. Trust me,
Bunch of
it's
liars.
absolute bullshit, man.
This is why I said, Ray, these guys are literally the Glazers and Ineos' spokespeople.
Yeah, they're in bed with Ineos.
That happened for years, and exactly, they're in bed with Ineos. That's why I said, bro, these guys are being paid by Ineos to put out this PR, saying we're linked to this player, that player. You know, a bunch of ITKs telling this and that. We've been lied to, bro. We've been lied to for years, and we're falling for it constantly. And
Constantly, bro. It annoys me. This is why some of the fan channels I've come off them because I can't listen to the bullshit. They're saving money, bro. You in the Champions League. You were crying that we can't attract players because we're not in the Champions League. Now we're in the Champions League. We should be going all out. And this is what Akavin said in his channel when we had it. When we were in the Champions League, we don't freaking spend. We still cheapscaping. Then the following season we crash.
The year we've signed since the year David Moyes came, Moreau, and remember when the LVG came, we didn't even sign players who would win us the Champions League. We signed players like Schneiderlin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Cheap deals again.
I got excited by that Schweinsteiger signing and the Depay signing. I got excited by those signings, but they weren't enough. They weren't enough,
and this is what we do. I've noticed that every time we're in the Champions League, we don't do enough in the window, and then we fall out again the following season.
I know
we don't do enough.
I know I'm talking in hindsight, but why was Martial one of the main targets? Why did we go for a top-class winger to replace Angel Di Maria when he left? Where the hell was that replacement? Depay was not Di Maria's replacement.
Let me tell you something. Nothing has changed with Manchester United.
Yeah.
Ineos is exactly. I thought Ineos would have been different, but no. I've seen them now for 3 seasons. They're exactly the same as Joe Gerza and Edward Wood. They'll go in and they'll penny pinch and try and get a deal what suits them because the businessmen are looking at their pockets for how much money that they're gonna get, not win titles or anything like that. Because every time we're in the Champions League, we all get excited, and then the following season we're thinking, top class players are available. Then the ball comes out with the bullshit every bloody time, and that was what we spoke about. We spoke about this, that when we were going bad, you worried about us getting Champions League because the ball comes out with the bullshit. And then this summer, what are they doing? They're coming out with the bullshit. because they want to keep the money in their pockets. They don't want to go and they're happy to get fourth every season, but they don't want to put the money back in. They always say, "Oh, look, we get fourth. That 100 million, 200 million is in their pocket."
They're just happy being third loser. That's what they are.
Yeah, because they'll get that money, and that money's going in their pockets. It doesn't go back into the club.
And the fans celebrate that as if it's some trophy.
Yeah, the Glazers never spend put a penny in their pocket. They never put anything back into the club. That's why they're happy with Champions League, because they know that, oh yeah, we're going to get that money to start taking our dividends out again.
And constantly will fall for this PR crap. It's just embarrassing.
Constantly the same thing. Oh, we broke. Oh, we FFP. Oh, well, hang on. I mean, next season is going to be even more interesting. What they're going to talk about, because you're going to get all this money from Europe now, coming into this season. What they're going to come up with again? They're going to say, "Oh, we broke again."
Yep.
Fucking
TV
rubbish.
deal, league, tickets, all the money they made from last season, they're going to go into the transfer window. What's going to go in the pockets?
Hmm.
That's why I said, Ray, we should have done our business prior to the new financial year if they want to save money. Because we signed Cunha before the new financial year last year. Why couldn't we go and sign? Why couldn't we go and sign some more players? Before the new financial year. The new financial year probably already started, so why don't we go get it done?
Exactly. Don't want to do it.
Get 2-3 signings done before the World Cup. But there's so many players out there that are not at the World Cup. Like Tonali is not at the World Cup. Players from Denmark.
And also, and Dai is not at the World Cup.
Exactly.
So,
no, like if our midfield signing is taking so long, why can't we go and sign a left winger?
Yeah.
Why are we not scouting at the World Cup as well? Why are we sitting in our offices in Manchester watching the fucking TV? Why don't we just go? Why don't we?
This is the last week of January. I mean, sorry, the last week of June. Last week of June, and we're still fucking about.
Second last week.
Huh?
Second last week of June.
Oh, sorry, second last week of June, and we're still messing about with Fernandes. I'm bored with Fernandes now. I want the man done and get on with something else.
Yep, facts.
I'm staying up late watching Twitter, thinking, "Oh, here we go," and I'm getting pissed off now.
Yep.
Every minute I'm refreshing my X page on the big guys, thinking they keep telling us that we're working on this Fernandes deal. This is why I kind of shut off Fabrizio last night, talking about, oh, United working on a deal. I've heard that for a week. I don't want to hear we're working on it. Bro, I want to hear that we've landed him.
Let's just go pay attention to the NBA, man. Let's see where Giannis is going. I'm bored of this.
That's it, man. Yeah, I just want. Yeah, I've switched off. The World Cup I have more attention in the World Cup, and I've now been watching baseball and at Formula One now, because I'm just tired of the same bullshit stories. Oh, we're working on Fernandes deal. Oh, United are interested.
At least Ferrari finally won a race. That's what made me happy. You know what I'm saying? I get a smile on my face. You know what I'm saying? I put a smile on my face. About time he's not put a smile on my face.
No, but also look at the World Cup. I've seen so many players like that Cape Verde goalkeeper. I'm like, why can't United sign him as a third?
As a backup man. Yeah.
As backup man.
Isn't he like 40 years old? Is he like 40 years old already?
No, but listen, man is good.
I'm not saying
he's a good mentor for Laments.
I'm not saying the age matters, but isn't he about to retire or something?
Yeah, he's about, okay, maybe not somebody like him, but you see, there are players out there at the World Cup where they are similar to Laments.
You know what annoyed me, right, with United, right, is that they can go tip into the Japanese market. Do you know Japanese players are always good?
I said this on last night's show. I don't know, Ray, if you were there last night.
No, I wasn't there. No.
Me and Auguste were talking about Japanese players. Bro, Man United should be in the market for some Japanese
players. And they're cheap. They're cheap, and you can get them.
They're so good.
And not about that kid, that Japanese kid called, what's his name? It starts with an S.
And
the one that went to Parma. The one that rejected United for Parma FC.
Oh, Zion Suzuki.
Yeah.
The goalkeeper, right? Yeah, he looks
Yes,
good, man.
that goalkeeper.
He looks
Yes.
good.
Bro, I don't know why we don't go for Asian players like that, bro. Because you know that market is so cheap. What I mean, Sir Alex opened up that market for us with Park, and we've never gone back there since. Why?
And Kagawa as well. Don't forget.
And Kagawa was all right, you know, he wasn't that bad, but
And Moyes ruined him. Moyes ruined him. He
yeah,
benched him.
Moyes ruined Kagawa. But the market's there, and and you know that type of Asia, that part of Asia, love United, and they're good players, and you could go in and get a very good Japanese, a Korean player,
Bro,
and
we
bring him
should be
tonight, and it will do good.
World
Yeah.
Cup right now,
And what
bro.
about
You know we should be
that one of Lee Kang?
Yeah,
That win as
Lee
well.
Kang-in. Yeah, he's a good player, bro.
Yeah, from PSG. I don't know why we're not
I don't know why,
looking.
guys, I really don't know why we don't tap into the. Is that East Asia?
He's like third choice at PSG. Go bring him in. He can be useful at our club, bro. Lee Kang-in. You know what I'm saying? We should be going for players like Takefusa Kubo when
Bro,
he's held.
yes, because these guys have energy and they can play in the Premier League.
Bro, Japan is so criminally underrated. It pisses me off because as an Asian myself, I want to see Asian football strive for.
Exactly. What is Japan? Is it East Asia? Japan?
Yeah, East Asia, Northeast.
Yeah, is that East Asian market, bro? I'm telling you,
Yeah.
And
you could
also,
tap into that.
One more thing. One more thing. We should just tell Leeds, bro, Leeds, fuck you, give us Tanaka. Tanaka is a really good player, man.
Exactly, bro.
He runs up and down the pitch. You want these energetic players that can just constantly make runs up and down the pitch, box to box to box.
Because them man physically have they look small, but they have the engine.
But that's the thing. You want these engine players and you are playing.
You see, this is why people misjudge Japan and the Korean teams always do well in the World Cups because they don't look big, but the engine that these guys got is amazing, mate.
Yeah.
And they'll fit the Premier League because you can't just knock them off the ball. They're so good on the ball. You think you could knuckle them? They'll get back up again and run you down to the ground. I've seen Park literally run teams down to the ground, and the other team are huffing and puffing, and Park's still gliding past them.
Bro,
You know what I mean?
Park's busy chasing Messi.
Yeah.
And I remember that Champions League final. People were saying, if Park was playing, he'd have chased Messi down. But that's
He would have done.
What I want from a player. I want a player like Jisung Park. I want a player of his caliber. I want someone.
And you don't have to pay and you don't have to pay 100 million. You just pay 10 million, 20 million, and you get him.
Yeah, and that's what United needs to do.
How much you want him? For the price, how much you want him, and how much you like him as a player.
Yeah.
And we should be going to PSG and saying, yeah, here you go, 30 to 40 million. You give us Kang.
You know who else we should be taking from PSG? Bradley Barcola. We should take him from PSG too before Arsenal do.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I like Broccolola, and he won't cost you loads and loads of money.
He doesn't even play as much. He comes off the bench. He wants to start. If you get
No, but you know PSG is that greedy club that wants every young player.
But this is what I'm saying. If United,
it's like a rich version of Chelsea.
But Chelsea are getting more. But Chelsea are getting Quenda. They're getting fucking. I don't even know.
Bro, I'm worried about Chelsea, bro. I won't tell. If they get it right, they're gonna be a very dangerous squad.
Hey, don't forget. Sorry to don't forget. One game a week as well. Xabi Alonso. Hey, they
Okay, exactly, bro. You know what I mean. So and Alonso's. I rate Alonso. Yeah, okay. He clashed with Mbappe at them at Real Madrid because he wanted to honor. He wanted the reason why he failed because he wanted to honor Barcelona's win, and they didn't want to do that, and they fell out with him for that.
But also, let's be honest. I think Zabi, or what he did there, that deserved a class shot because Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. If Carrick wanted to honor Man City's win, will you allow that as a player?
No, that would be a crash out as well. Yeah.
So that one, you understand. As much as I say that Mbappe is a crybaby, I agree with Mbappe there. It might lead Barcelona are big rivals. So why are we giving a guard of honor? Like
yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
hey, if Vinicius Junior is available, fucking go spend the money on Vinicius Junior, bro. Bring him
No,
out.
no.
Bro, listen,
No, actually, with Vinicius Junior, I feel like it is bringing back Pogba, but like Pogba kind of mentality and his
Nah,
issues.
I don't think so, bro. Because he's won two
I'm
Champions Leagues.
I mean, I'm a bit worried with Vinny, to be honest. I think he's got that. I think I would kind. I think he's got that mentality of too much of a star boy,
Sure, but he's won
and
league, guys.
I don't think where we are at this moment we need a star boy. I think we need a star boy can come when the team is already like ready to go. You know, I think
But
Vinicius will be demanding star boy stuff, and I think
yeah,
it disrupt
but
the dressing room.
but don't forget, like you want a player who's won two Champions Leagues. We had that with Casemiro, 5 Champions Leagues. Now you want a Champions League
No,
winner
but
on
also,
side.
okay, as much as you want a guy that won two Champions League, you also want a guy that brings you peace of mind in the dressing room. Because
Yeah,
yeah,
Casemiro
I
I
feel
think
like
he
wasn't.
someone
can.
like Vinicius
I think he
Junior.
can. I think
Yeah,
he
I think
can.
the
No,
thing with Casemiro, it
You
could
make him a star player. Good.
sorry, the thing with Casemiro, is that he Casemiro wasn't a star boy. He'll
No,
come and he'll just be like a regular man in the dressing room and harmonize the place.
yeah,
For me, I think Vinny Junior. As much as I like Vinny Junior, he comes with the look at me, I'm busy, and yeah, you don't need that.
no, I
Just like
agree.
just like I will, just like I don't want Mbappe. Not because he's not a bad player, it's because they come. Certain players come with the star boy thing. And we had it with Sancho. We've had it with We had it with Pogba. We had it with a few
Pogba,
guys. Uh,
those other things, and on
yeah,
this
yeah. And I
time,
don't want
I
that
need
now. I'm tired of that.
yeah, same. And but with no disrespect to Vinicius Junior, and those are no real type of players,
Mm.
but they have star mentalities, and I
Yeah,
feel like our dressing room is too fragile. It's like with United's dressing room, it's like we're always walking on eggshells. So when we bring
mm.
someone like him into our dressing room, it's like you're begging for trouble.
This is the thing. Yeah. You see, if we were like a team that's ready to win a lot, we're ready to win the Champions League, we're ready to win the Premier League. Yes, I say, Vinny, yep, bring him in because you've got players already stars there. Because
Mm,
if you like, say if like in Bremo and all those guys were winning us leagues, and you add Vinny to it, it wouldn't be like anything because these boys have already won. You get me?
yeah, yeah,
So you're thinking, all right, yeah, we got another star in there. Yeah, that's just the icing in the cake. But at the moment, Cunha, Bunyo, Sesko, they're not star boys. They're not one
Mm,
nothing,
yeah. They're not
and
star
they
boy.
need to gel together, start to get the winning to be, because Vinny would demand the ball and he'll demand a lot of the things. He'll demand the respect and they'll be like, "Wait, bro, come on, bro, you're not part of us yet." You get me?
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
And someone like Vinicius Junior kind of player, they need a manager that has been experienced in managing a club. And
Yes.
when like no disrespect to Carrick, Carrick is a great player, but as a manager, he's still new to the game.
Yeah. And
So
you, and you see
like
what
if
works on. Sorry, we were saying.
no, so if Carrick was telling Vinicius Junior, you're coming off the pitch, Vinicius Junior is like, what experience do you have to tell me to come off the pitch?
Yeah, yeah, exactly, mate. Exactly. And see what works with Carrick at the moment is because he's working with Cunha and Bruno, who's not really won a lot in their careers. So he can work with these guys. So he can sub off a Cunha. Yeah, Cunha might be a bit it's taking me off, but he won't show any like petulance because he'll still be like, oh yeah, Carrick's the manager, he knows what he's doing. But if you sub off Vinny and he's on one, say if he's scoring and he looks like he's going to score, and sub makes a tactical sub, Vinny's going to be like throwing his hands in the air. Why are you taking me off? I'm Vinny Junior. A bit like what happened with Ronaldo and
yeah. I hear you.
Solskjaer. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I
and like
wouldn't say
that's
no
what.
to Vinny if
Oh, sorry.
sorry, yeah, I wouldn't say no to Vinny if we win the Premier League next season or in the 2 years and he comes available. Then I say, yeah, bring him because by then we've got a team that's ready. have tasted big time.
Mm.
Yeah, and I agree with you, Ray. But it's a
Mm.
good point, AK. But I think the next thing we should look out for is, can we find the next Vinicius Junior in the Asia market?
Nah,
That's it.
because do you know what? You know, you sound like Sir Jim Ratcliffe for saying that, because you know why? Because Sir Jim Ratcliffe said we need to sign the next Mbappe instead of signing Mbappe himself. So
No,
that's one thing I really agree with. But at the same time, like, yeah, look, I would definitely look at the Asian market,
I
because
don't go to Asian market, man, because
Asian
I
no,
hear
market
you
but
is
say that. Sorry.
no,
no,
it's
I'm
not
saying
about finding the next one. But you see, but you get what I'm saying. If you want uh, a Vinicius Junior kind of player, you have to find a younger version of him.
Yeah.
Maybe not
of course,
upcoming,
of
yeah,
course.
but a player with not his star mentality yet.
No, not
Like,
yet.
yeah, humble enough, like Obomo Kunya. Yeah, that's why Obomo Kunya clicked at United, because they they're humble enough and they know that a move to United benefits them a lot more.
This is it.
Yeah,
This is what we need. We need them sort of players going forward. This is why the board needs to do their due diligence. We need guys like Cunha and Mbomo who are humble to know that when you come to United, it's a step up and you have to perform. We don't need these star guys. You know what I mean? Like we had in the past where you come to United and you think, oh, they've made it. And they don't have to perform.
Mm.
So if we can do that, if we can remove that, yeah. I know we've got
yeah,
some
I agree.
youngsters in there. I think we should try next season to try and see if we can integrate Chido and Lacey.
No, I feel like somebody like Chido, no disrespect to the man, but I feel like the man should go out on loan.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, because you see, there's a big difference between English academy football and first team football, and as
Yeah,
a
there is.
striker, that is too much pressure, and he's playing for United as well. So I feel like going out on loan is better. And then another player that we should start giving minutes is like no Ethan Whitley.
Yeah, we should do.
Yeah, because he has been going out on loan time to time, and yeah, we should be giving him minutes in FA Cup to see what has he learned from this loan period.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, is there anything that you guys want to add on?
No, I think we've
Yeah,
had a good run this morning, man.
No, I can set up a show for us tomorrow if you want on my channel. If you want.
yeah.
um
You can set up the show for
yeah,
us
early
tomorrow.
in the morning. Early in the morning. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, can do. I'll let you guys know what time again tomorrow.
I
But
I
cool, guys.
so yeah.
Appreciate you
Thank
guys.
you guys for thank you, Ray, for hopping onto the show. Thank
By
Thank
you,
the
you.
way,
AK, for hopping
by the way,
onto the show. Thank you to the viewers for watching the our stream, show,
just
our
just real
show,
quick,
and us
I've
ranting
hit
about Ineos.
I've hit
I hope that Ineos who are watching this video and stream and noted down players to target, and they have noted down. I hope Carrick noted down the the opponent to get worried about, and I hope Carrick has noted all this down, and I hope also Matt, the head of negotiations, has noted down how to improve his skills in negotiation
Yep.
table.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah,
Also, just wanted to say I've hit 640 subscribers already, so appreciate all the love and support. But hey, listen, we're gonna get to 700 very very soon. I think, but hopefully by the knockouts, by the before the World Cup ends, 700 subscribers, or we'll try and get to 750 as possible, guys. I want to get to 750 by the end of the World Cup. I want that.
yeah, and he had from the man, let try to support him in his journey to 1K, to his journey to 700 subs, as he helped me to get 1K. Yeah, so uh I'll always be helping him and also be sending my viewers to his streams whenever I'm live and ending my streams. So big up to AK, big up to Ray, and
Big up,
I'll
bro.
see you, the viewers, next time on the Football of Switch channel, and I'll see AK and Ray on anything. So yeah, so bye to Ineos, and Ineos sell the club. Glazer sell their club and get out of my club. So
Exactly. Yeah, get out and make us happy again. Get out and let's be united again, because we divided with these group, and they're fooling us,
Yeah.
and they're not doing anything. So yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Apart from that, it has been a great stream, and yeah, I'm done.